channel.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel Final Whistle, the channel that keeps you fresh and updated concerning sport-like related stories, from fans' reaction to pre and post-match analysis, and of course in-depth match analysis. And I'm here with Ugochukwu and Ewa as usual. Be kind enough to follow us across all social media platforms on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and of course our YouTube page at Final Whistle 931. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. If you notice, I'm all smiles. I think it's a positive news all the way relating to Super Eagles of Nigeria, as reported just 4 days ago when FC Chelle released the official squad list to take part in the Unities Cup. We saw a name there that is just available for training: Felix Nnameka Agu, and I think we have a green light now, Gochuku.
Yes, my brother. It feels good. You know, if you are used to wooing ladies here, this it feels that way. But quickly, I think the German FA. Before now, we thought Felix Agu will not be able to make it to the game because of the lingering issue with FIFA, and then but right now the German FA has written to confirm that the player has never represented at any official game and junior level. So it means it is a green light for us. And my brother AY knows what green means in the world of wooing people. Green means go. You can now make the move. We can see him play. We can enjoy Felix Nnameka Agu play for the green white greens. And I think this comes in the wake of when we saw Chelle the last time he came. He played two right back in the same in the right back and left back position, and we're now like, don't you trust Bruno Sopronemachi? But since he has given us somebody that we can, in quotes, depend on for the meantime, it is a good one for all of us. Ewa Baba, the man that knows so much about movie.
I don't know. I will talk about sport.
Football contest. I'm shocked to
understand what Ugochukwu means by I'm in the business of winning women. So I think I'm excited. I think he's a German machine. So let me call him a Nigerian German machine now.
Yes.
So I think we've talked about how important he is to always balance. As far as we are trying to make sure that we don't deprive people domestically of the right to play for the Super Eagles. The players that developed abroad that have actually associated themselves with us to deserve a chance to wear the green and white jersey. And who says no to Felix Agu? I looked across the board. I look at the crops of players that we've used in that same position, from Jemilu Collins to Saidu Sanusi to Bruno Yemachi. I think the list is endless. I think we need somebody that can give us whatever the coach wants him to do. So I think, and for him, like I said the last time, he's a utility player. He can play as a right back, as a left back, as a midfield player. So he is a utility player. And from my own end, I have to congratulate him for getting the nod. And to South Africans, this is the way to go about it. We don't feed in eligible players here. We have make sure that we finish all the paperwork as far as Felix Agu is concerned, and he has given the green light as far as FIFA is concerned.
Thank you very much, guys. I think I'm enjoying this for one reason, because of we have talked about doing the things the right way and the right process. So I think we have to commend the NFF for making the player available for himself. Ugochukwu, Chelle is one person that he sometimes surprises us. In the last two call-up that we saw, a lot of surprising names to start, a lot of surprising names to substitute. I think it's an avenue not just for Chelle to look at Felix Agu, even for the Super Eagles faithfuls and fans, to get a glimpse of what he can bring to the game.
Yes, a lot of us felt like it was just going to be limited to only training, but right now there's chances that we're going to see him play the game, the Unity Cup, which is a two-leg game for us. And I want to see, because we have about 9 new players, so we're going to see a lot of dynamism. We're going to see something different, and because we've talked about the Super Eagles for long, and we need something new. We need to see a breath of fresh air. So if Chelle comes in and brings these new players, and he's able to do something differently from what we have on ground, or a different player, it is a good one. We've talked about this countless time. Omo guy, I welcome the idea, and this is, for me, it's also a good room, because it means this man has the idea of bringing the likes of Itenwaneri, other players that are eligible to play for Nigeria. So, and if at your second game in quotes, what they call it, windows of friendlies or something, you are bringing a player, that means you have a lot to give for us. And if we now have, imagine we have 5 years with this man, what this player is going to turn into. This man, he knows his weak link, and he's going to fix that immediately. We said, for God's sake, a coach would have the likes of, no disrespect to some coaches, but Eguavo, for example, would have maintained
The old
legs. Meanwhile, you said you don't trust this position. Why don't you just fix it immediately? And this is a quick fix thing, and I love the angle he's coming from. Let's just hope the player he's trusting in does justice. That's just the only thing.
Yeah, hopefully the player complement the effort and effort of the coach and NFF. Meanwhile, we have talked about what to expect from the players like Isaac Xavier, the likes of Christantus Uche. I think we didn't emphasize more on what to expect from Felix Agu, because the notion was he would just be limited to training. I think I think it's high time we had him up to the list or to see what he can bring to the game now in full.
I've talked about it. Like I just said, what you should expect is the fact that he's a utility player. We saw what he's doing with Werder Bremen. We saw how he has been very instrumental as far as their league position is concerned. So I think what we should expect is a player that is ready to play for the green and white jersey. And what it means for the other players is the fact that competition for Bruno Imachi, now you are seeing somebody that is just coming that plays your position. You have to sit up. So that's what we all do, competition between them. That is what some people have for Felix Agu. Some people have argued, some people have a reservation about his age. You understand? No doubt about that. But I feel like if judging by the past the past players that have even played, that are younger, that have even played in that position, that we didn't even get what we expect. You cannot fault if somebody is old and is giving you what somebody is younger can give you. Then who says no? We've seen what the likes of Taita did in that same position with a lot of left backs that we've had, very good ones. But how come we are struggling to have good left backs that can contribute to attack? How come we are struggling to have good left back that can actually defend, which is their primary role? So what is bringing is a defender that will give us attacking options and a defender that will give us a defensive. We talk about how bad our defense are from the second half. They just slip off. So whatever he's going to do, we want to see it not just in training, now in the match. This one that FIFA has actually cleared him after the paperwork has been done. I think he will bring a lot to the table. I expect him to bring a lot to this table. But if he does not, I think the same way he came through is just the same way he's going to go. He's going to go. But I am optimistic that he's going to bring out. He's going to bring his best. He's a German, and I know how Germans play. Officially, you can attest to that. So I think I can't wait for the Unity Cup to start so that we can see all of these new players, especially Felix Agu.
Thank you very much, guys. I think if not for anything, I'm trusting in the expertise of Chelle, because he's the one that scouted the player in the first place. So definitely we have to expect many things, and it's a good thing that AY has brought to our notice that the said player is a utility player, can play as a right back, left back, a midfielder, and he can even play as a left winger, to tell you that yes, we are getting a player that can play in different positions. In terms of coach tactics, we have talked about how coach needs to be tactical in terms of changing games. If we were tactical enough in the last AFCON, probably by this time we'll be talking about being the defending champion going into this next edition of AFCON in December. But hopefully Felix Agu will repay this effort of Chelle and the NFF by doing justice on that note. Yes, that's our time on this production. AY, is nice to have you on this set. Gochuku, thank you for doing justice to this name, as the name in America. Hopefully you do justice by us. This is not one of the players you just want to see once in the Super Eagles. Want to see the continuous name, you understand, being a good player. And believe me, I trust Nigerian fans and faithful to be energy, to bring the energy of support for you. And that's our time on this program. Feel free to go to my session and share opinion concerning Felix Agu. We see you guys.